Class 8, give your attendance, 8 class. Eighth class, give your attendance. Other students gave attendance. Sahil. Then only 2 students are there. Say Hansika and Desu. Listen here. Today's topic is activity 2. Map of which crop is grown where means on an outline map of India. Pay attention. On an outline map of India, you have to locate which regions, which type of crops are grown. See, map of which crop is grown here. Explore Indian agriculture apps and get information about which crops grows in which state. Prepare a map of India on a chart paper having different types of conditions such as soil, weather, type of crop. Means you have to mention, for example, Bihar. Bihar, what is the climatic condition, what type of soil is found, and on the basis of soil, what type of crops are grown, that you have to do in your practical copy, science practical copy there. Whether the type of crop listed, do some roles in agriculture scientists and farmers. Do you know who are agricultural scientists? Anybody? Can anyone tell me who are agricultural scientists? Who are agricultural scientists? Anybody? Say here means after 10th you will do +2 with the science stream. Then after doing that +2, when you take BSc in agriculture, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, there they will give you some research work about soil this productivity. Means seeing the soil, testing the soil in labs, the agriculture scientists can predict what type of nutrients are present and this soil is suited for which type of crops. Then you have to talk to them, agriculture scientists, farmers, give advice to the farmers living in different parts of the country on what they should grow, where, when, and how and why. What type of crops should they grow, on what type of soil, when, and how. This all information. Now, addition of manure and fertilizer. Have anyone heard about manure and fertilizer? Reply. Have you heard what is manure and fertilizer? Anybody reply? Have you heard what are manures and fertilizers? Reply. Reply all of you. Have you heard about manures and fertilizers? What are manures? And if you have heard, then tell me what are manures. Say here, manure is basically an organic substance that contains all the nutrients. Pay attention. Manure is an organic substance that contains all the nutrients in small amounts. Very minute. Manure will contain almost all the nutrients, but in very less amounts. Whereas fertilizer is a man-made inorganic substance. Fertilizer is a man-made inorganic substance that contains only one or two or specific nutrients in a large amount. Manure contains all the nutrients in small amounts, whereas your fertilizer, yes, fertilizer contains one or two nutrients in very high amount. That is, and manure is obtained from dead and decaying remains of plant and animals here. And why do we need manure and fertilizer? Anybody? Why do we need manure and fertilizers? Reply there. Why do we need manure and fertilizers? Why do we need manure and fertilizers? Not problem. Anybody else? Better answer. Why do we need manure and fertilizers? Why do we need manure and fertilizers? See here, manures and fertilizer basically provide nutrients, continuous growth of the plants on the same piece of land. And you're continuously growing plants on the same piece of the land. The plants will utilize nutrients from the soil, and slowly the soil will become less in nutrients or deficient in nutrients. Soil will become less or deficient in nutrients. Once the soil become less or deficient in nutrients, once the soil becomes less or deficient in nutrients, the soil will not be able to produce more and fertility of the soil will decrease. Therefore, to replenish the soil with the nutrients, we have to add manure or fertilizer. Is it clear? Reply everybody, is it clear? Reply quickly, is it clear? Everybody, and read first of all of you read page number 6 by yourself. Read page number 6 by yourself first. Who is this Rajiv Kumar son? Rajveer Kumar sir. Read that page, page number 6. Everybody read. Red. Okay, then see it. Different. Continuous cultivation of crops in the same field for several years depletes nutrients from the soil, cause planting in such fields grow weak and also give poor yield. Thus, the soil has to replenish with its lost nutrients from time to time using materials such as manure fertilizer. These materials ensure that time using materials such as manure and fertilizer, these materials ensure availability of adequate means required amount, sufficient amount. Then, differences between manure and fertilizer. Manure is an organic substance that is derived from animal waste and plant residues. Keep in mind, manure is prepared from plant and animal waste. Means if dry leaves are there, you can prepare that as a manure. Your dead grasses are there that can be used. Cow dung is there that you can use as a manure, and it is prepared in the fields. Whereas fertilizer is a man-made chemical. Fertilizer is what? Basically, organic substances are carbon compounds. If somebody asks you organic compound, for the time being, you can say compounds which are obtained from living bodies, plants, and animals, or their dead remains. Now, what is fertilizer? Fertilizer is a chemical compound, inorganic compound that is rich in nutrients. Fertilizer is rich in nutrients. It is prepared in factories. Fertilizer is not prepared in fields. It is prepared in factories and is essential for plant growth. I've told you, manure, it is rich in organic nutrients. Manure is rich in which nutrients? Organic, but not rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and see here. Just like in the market, when you go in some shop, you don't generally store when you go. Do you think you'll find their dress there? You'll find their, imagine, uh, general shop, all types of cosmetics you will get. Shoes you will get in general shop. You will get in general some only food materials a little bit. If you want a broad range material, everything at a one place, where should you visit? You should visit a shopping mall. Similarly, this manure is rich in organic nutrients but not in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But fertilizer is rich in these nutrients. It is rich in inorganic nutrients like NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Manure is quite bulky and difficult. Cow dung, you imagine, quite bulky and difficult to transport. Then fertilizer, it is less bulky. Fertilizer is less bulky means small powder, small amount when you give, small amount, pay attention, small amount when you give, it will do the work. A little bit amount of fertilizer, it can replenish the nutrients. Next, you have not harmful. Manure is not harmful, but may be helpful to remove specific nutrient. Manure is not at all harmful, but helps to replenish the deficient nutrients. Whereas fertilizer, continuous use increases crop production can lead to. This is the trouble. Again and again, you have the habit of putting fertilizer again and again. What will happen? The soil will become deficient in nutrients. Soil will become deficient in what? Nutrients, or the soil can become infertile. It can lead to soil pollution. Why? Because when you are giving fertilizers, all the fertilizers are not absorbed in the soil. When rainwater falls, these fertilizers are washed away into the river water, pond water, and since this basically these are chemicals, this become harmful. They become harmful. So, continuous use of fertilizer causes soil pollution, water pollution. Now, manure increases the water holding capacity, improves the soil texture, makes the soil porous. If you are adding manure, pay attention. Manure, dead and organic materials are there. This manure will provide nutrients. Even those earthworms, microorganisms will help utilize this manure. And when the earthworms move up and down, the microorganisms they eat the waste material. They make the soil porous. See here, and facilitates gases exchange here to pass. Fertilizer, overuse of fertilizers can make the soil less fertile. I told you when you're continuously using fertilizers, soil can become less fertile. Manure not soluble in water, thus absorbed by plants. Keep in mind, manure is not soluble in water, it will be absorbed slowly by the plants. Fertilizer dissolved in water. Fertilizer dissolved in water and can be absorbed by plants quickly. Manure. Compost is the manure obtained by decomposition of dead plants and animals. When dead plants and animals decompose, what it forms? Compost. When dead plants and animals that is decompose, it forms compost. Examples of fertilizers are urea, ammonium phosphate. What is the formula of urea? Anybody? Can anyone tell me formula of urea? Can anyone tell me formula of urea? Anybody? Formula of urea? Formula of urea 8 class. No, wrong answer. Formula of urea. Anybody? Formula of urea. Keep in mind the first organic compound which was prepared in the laboratory was urea. The first organic compound which was prepared in laboratory was urea. See here formula of urea, everybody. See here. Urea. NH2CO. This is the formula of then ammonium sulfate. NH4 whole twice SO4. Then we have potash. Other fertilizer is your potash here. That is potash. Write down the formula, everybody. Its name is potassium ammoniate decahydrate. Potassium ammonium sulfate decahydrate. Write it down. Video is not clear. Okay, come live again. All of you come live again.